Hey, it's another Tuesday, so that means it's another Zack Attack News Live. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about the news topics that we have today. It's not a lot of news things going on this week. January has been a slow month for movies, television shows, and movie news. We have a bunch of award shows coming out, and we're going to break down the Critic Choice Awards and what that means for the Oscars, because, everything's leading up to that. We have some rapid fire news to talk about. We have the box office, like we always do, which we'll start with, and then we'll talk about what's next, and then I guess Q&A after that, and anything you guys want to talk about for a couple hours. So it's not a lot to talk about this week in terms of a bunch of different topics, but I have some things I want to bring up. So I just want to say hi to everyone in chat. Hey, Jen Warner, thank you for joining the live stream. I saw that you just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the Zack Attack Nation. Appreciate you being here. And Collect the Movie Man, beloved channel member, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Like always, subscribe and share the live stream to your friends. And if you have any news stories that you want me to specifically talk about anytime of the day, anytime of the week, preferably right before Tuesday, email me any news stories that you want me to talk about specifically at zackattacknewslive@gmail. There's things I might just miss. I go on all the trades and different things like that, but sometimes you miss things. So you always email me if there's something specific you want me to talk about. So as we always do, we're going to start the stream with Attack of the Box Office. We're going to be talking about the box office news for this particular weekend, MLK weekend. A big weekend for holidays, and I'm really excited to talk to you about that. If I can get the correct one shared, boop, there we go. Yes, we are here. Let's go. So the big topic is Mean Girls. Huge opening for Mean Girls, which had a $30 million budget, which I'm pretty sure went mostly to Tina Fey because she wrote and produced this film. It didn't really have other huge stars other than some past Mean Girls cast members. I don't want to spoil anything if you have not seen it, but a lot of people said they weren't hyped for this film, but it made $33 million domestically, the number one at the box office. It's not a runaway hit, but it's definitely did well for itself. And the cinema scores aren't as good as some people would like. I think it was a B for a cinema score, but I think that the legs will hold under it. I'm going to be excited to see what the number is for how much it holds coming in the next week when we talk about Zack Attack News Live. Actually, I think I found a way to drop polls. Hold on. Yeah, I found a way to drop polls now. So I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, what do you think the weekly drop for Mean Girls will be? Over 40 or under? Over 40, under 40. Okay. Polls should be in the chat. You guys can vote. You guys should be seen in the live stream. Yeah, let me know if you guys think that the Mean Girls 2024 remake will be over 40% drop, like it's going to drop over 40%. Not a lot of people are not going to go rewatch it, or if it's going to be under 40%. Depends on the success and if it's going to have legs. Vote, and while I do that, I am going to go to the next film and let's talk about Beekeeper, the new Jason Statham film. David Ayer directed, the guy who did the Suicide Squad. He did Fury. He's done a couple other films that a lot of people like. He's back with a new film after asking for the Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad film to be talked about. Honestly, this movie probably would have made more money if he would have talked about The Beekeeper more than if he would have talked about Suicide Squad. But the movie did well. 16 16 or actually 18 million over the 3-day weekend, because they're counting this is a 3-day weekend. A lot of people are off on Monday, not me because my job is stupid. So 18 million over the 3-day, 4-day weekend with Martin Luther King Day. And I believe worldwide, where this movie is doing well, 21 million worldwide. So this budget for this film was 40 million. It's already almost made its budget back. And I think that's really good and a potential for a franchise for this film. I think that I haven't got to check it out yet. Let me know if you got to check out Beekeeper in the chat. I know Kenny Sparks did. And what you thought about it. I definitely want to check it out eventually. It seems like a movie I will check out with my mom. As you know, if you follow me on Twitter/X, I always post action movies with my mom. It's a little series I have on there where we review it together, kind of. It's just kind of her one-word answers. But yeah, right now on the poll, it's split. 40% of you guys think that it's gonna drop over 40% in budget, and under 40%. I mean 40% thinks it's not. So you guys are kind of split on it. Some of you guys think it's gonna stay. Some of you think it's gonna do not too well, and people are not gonna do repeat viewings. Very, very interesting. Wonka, which is what I really wanted to talk about. I'm so happy for this movie. I'm not a huge fan of musicals, but look, Mean Girls I really loved. As you can check out my review on my channel. And Wonka, which I really, really loved as well. Both musicals, both surprises. I did not know Wonka was a musical going in. I knew Mean Girls was a musical going in, but a lot of people didn't. There's videos of audible groans when people start singing. But I'm so happy for this film. It made $178 million domestically, I believe. Doing 11 million this week, and I'm so happy for it being such a huge film. It was such a great film. And I hopefully they greenlit a sequel. I would love to see the continuation of this story. Migration is did 8 million, not too bad. 88 million in total. The budget was 77, so it just got over its budget, but that's not including advertising and marketing and things like that. But it wasn't advertising and market super heavy. I think that it has legs. I think it has really good audience scores. I think the kids love it, and I think it's gonna end up being a movie that stays in the top 10 for a little while and do really, really well. For the rest of it, Anyone But You continues to do good. There was a report that it was going to be going on rental for this month, but who is it? Is it Sony that owns this? Columbia, which is Sony, said that that is not happening because it's currently at 56 million domestically, and it's doing good. The Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell romantic comedy, I guess, it's doing really, really well. And I'm happy for it because we don't get a lot of romantic comedies in theaters. So I'm happy to see one doing so well. And you just need to have the proven talent. I thought the marketing for this movie was terrible, but people went to go see because of these two stars, and it's doing really well. Surprisingly, coming at number 6 is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Not holding really great. It's at 6 million, but it made 109 million already. It's made a bunch of money overseas already, which is insane. And yeah, Jason Momoa is an overseas pull, and it's going to be really interesting to see if he comes back as Lobo in the new DCEU. But Aquaman and Lost Kingdom doing better than the Marvels, at least. Night Swim is coming in. It dropped a couple spots already. It's coming at number 7. It made 5 million. It's at 20 million right now. And I think I'm going to look at it right now. Night Swim budget was 15 million. So it already went past his budget. Don't yet account for marketing as well. But I think it might hold. It might have some legs. It might not be out of the realm yet. It's not a runaway hit like a lot of Universal Blumhouse movies are, but it's not a total failure. The Boys in the Boat, the George Clooney kind of biopic historical movie about not swimming team, but a rowing team, is doing pretty well for a movie that no one is talking about. Let's see, budget for this film is 40 million, and right now it's done 40 million, so it's already matched its budget. It hasn't been advertised super heavy. So I think that this movie is going to do good and have legs. It's one of those films that is feel good. I think a lot of people is going to find it later on, because when I tell you, when we get to the end of the stream, when we talk about what's coming next, these next couple weeks are a little barren when it comes to big releases. So a lot of these movies that didn't make a lot of money may make some more money because there's not a lot of competition. Unfortunately, a movie that I'm really excited for, but I just haven't gotten to check out, and a lot of people apparently did not. The Book of Clarence, only a $3 million opening, not good at all, because the movie had a $40 million budget, and it's probably going to drop real heavy going into the next week. Unfortunately, I haven't heard amazing reviews for this film. Very mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people think it's mid, some people hate it. So unfortunately, Book of Clarence, another black-led film that didn't get a lot. It's not getting a lot of shine. That unfortunately myself didn't get to even get checked out. I went to go see Mean Girls. Is not doing well, and we're going to talk about Lakeith Stanfield a little later. But I think Lakeith Stanfield is a wonderful actor. I think a lot of the actors in this film are fantastic and are great, and I want to see them in more films. And this director is really clever director. From when I saw him do the Netflix film They Harder They Fall, I really want to go check this film out. I'm going to see if I can see it in theaters just to support it. I'm making a effort to support more Black film in 2024. That is my goal, and talk about them on my channel. And hopefully the book clearance is not bad. I had a friend that told me it was boring, but then I had a YouTuber that I trust, who's usually in this live chat, say that it was great. So, you know, I'm excited for that. And then the rest of the is just a couple films that been here for a while. Iron Claw, not the runaway hit, only $29 million. I don't think it had a big budget from A24. Usually films are not super big in terms of the budget. Yeah, 15.9 mil. It basically did double the budget. So it did well, but it just didn't go crazy like a lot of A24 films might. The Color Purple, not doing great, dropping out of the top 10 already. And it's already on PVOD, which we'll talk about later, where you can rent it and watch it at home. Yeah, this is one of those films. I want to go support this, even though I didn't want to watch it because I want to support more Black film. Not a fan, and it has very mixed reviews, and it's not getting a lot of award fare. I do think Danielle Brooks deserves a nomination for this film. I think she was phenomenal in the film. Even though as a supporting actress, I know that she's been nominated for some stuff. I hope she gets some wins soon. We're going to be talking about Critics' Choice in a minute. American Fiction, another movie I loved. Another film, Black film that, just didn't hit the cultural zeitgeist, unfortunately, and I think it came out at a bad time. But the budget for this film was only 1.8 million. So it's already made 5. So to me, that's a success. It's only in 625 theaters. So it's not like it has a super wide release either. So I think this is a success for this. It's a very small film, and I think American Fiction is phenomenal. Poor Things, added theaters, but it's not finding a bunch of people to watch it and love it. I know it's a weird film, but I thought the Film Bros would come out. It's a budget of $35 million, which is pretty expensive. It's only made 17. So the award wins that it's getting is going to be the award for it, not really the budget. It's not catching on. Boy and the Heron is doing really well internationally. It's doing okay domestically. Godzilla Minus One is a runaway hit for the size of its budget. 10 to $15 million budget. 50 million domestically. It's made a lot of money worldwide. Ferrari is not doing great. Hunger Games was a success. Doesn't matter that it's at 17 at this point. And then Soul, we were talking about this in a stream about people going to check out these Disney re-releases. While it's not like as high as some re-releases are, because this had a lot of theaters, only $500,000. That's a $500,000 Sony wouldn't have had if they didn't ever released it. So I guess that's a plus that you can take from that. But it's not like a lot of recent releases would make like $1 million. So maybe I don't know if it was a one time in the weekend or if it's going to be continuing, but I'm happy for the film. I know some people seeing it for the first time in theaters. It's a gorgeous film and one of my favorite Pixar films. So I'm happy for that. And somehow Oppenheimer is still making money. And a lot of people who ask me about Zone of Interest, that is actually going wide this weekend. It's officially coming out this weekend. I don't know if they're going to count it as a 2024 film because it's supposed to be getting nominated for this year award season, but it's going wide this season. It's already made $1 million with its slow release from A24. It's going to go wide. We'll see how well it does once it goes wide with all the talk about it. And then the rest of the film is Memory, which is a low budget film that came out. I heard it was good. Holdovers, Napoleon, which actually did well. Freud Last Session, Anatomy of Fall, Falling Leaves, and a bunch of other smaller films that's been out. Thanksgiving is still around here. But yeah, that is the box office talk. Let's see what the live chat has to say. Before I do that real quick, yeah, I just want to make sure I have the 2 buttons set. Let's see. Woo! Okay, you guys are in the chat are talking. Let's see. Collect the Movie Man. Hey Zach, if I have any interesting news articles I want you to talk about, can I send them to you on Instagram or do they have to be sent? No, yeah. If you have me on my social media, which is on Instagram, Twitter/X, you can definitely send them to me there. I just wanted to have a centralized place that's not going to be cluttered for me to just go and check. That's why I said you could email it to me. But if you want to just share something real quick and send it to me on Instagram, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to be going live in a little bit. I'm waiting on an Amazon package to get there. Okay. Excited for you live, man. Hopefully you have a good time. And hopefully you get your Amazon package soon. I guess I contributed to the box office success of Mean Girls. Yes, you did. If you want to go see it. What's up, Zach? How are you been doing, man? Hey, Jason Entertainment. Thank you for joining the live stream. I've been doing really, really well. Today it snowed heavy in New York. Luckily, it wasn't terrible. We got like 1 or 2 inches, so it wasn't too high. And the rain kind of washed it away. So it wasn't too bad. It's still snowing right now, honestly. So when I wake up in the morning, it might be pretty bad. But yeah, my day wasn't terrible, despite being cold all day. Tez Maidis is in the chat. What's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you. Hey, Kenny Sparks, beloved channel member. Oh, I didn't say that for Tez Maidis. Sorry. Beloved channel members, thank you for joining the live stream. Kenny Sparks. See you guys saying hi to each other. I've seen Beekeeper. I felt stung by its terrible writing. Oh, God. I think Mean Girls will have a big drop, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay. I cannot wait to see Wonka. I cannot wait for you to see Wonka. Such a great film. I really want to see Beekeeper. I think I'm going to wait for it to get to rental, and I'll rent it. Mean Girls did not need to be a musical. Well, it's based on the musical, Jen. It's not based off the original 2004 film. So that's why. And the lead actress was in the musical as well. Hey, Delon Movies, beloved channel member. Thank you for being in the live stream. How are you doing? I've literally never heard of anyone but you, and I'm a cinephile. Terrible marketing indeed. That's crazy. You haven't seen the marketing for that Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell flick? I kept hearing about it. They were talking about how them two might be actually dating. She's cheating on her fiance and all this other stuff. And the trailers look terrible, but I saw it all the time. Night Swim had to have a cast as the same as a jumbo Snickers. Facts. It's that's true. I saw the Book of Clarence, but it was so cold in the theater I couldn't concentrate. Oh, damn, that sucks. I also wanted to check out Book of Clarence, but I didn't get a chance to. Me too. Another movie that doesn't need to be a musical. You're talking about Wonka. I love Wonka being a musical, so can't agree with you on there, man. American Fiction was fantastic. Yes, it was. For some reason, ooh, can't stay, guys. Like, oh, thank you for jumping in, man. After seeing American Fiction, that budget is totally believable. Yeah, they didn't really pay those actors a lot at all. The original Color Purple did fantastic when it came out. Yeah, for the time. And it was, kind of the first of that film. I had never saw the original, so I can't really talk about it in terms of like how fantastic it did, but I'm pretty sure it did. Hi, Zach. Hope you're doing awesome with your week. Thank you, Obi. Appreciate you. I am doing great, and hopefully you're doing great as well. Hey, Clay. What's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate you, buddy. Went to see Mean Girls with me. We had a fun time. It's cold as hell in here in Michigan. Damn, man. Yeah. Those middle states there, you guys get it bad. Have you seen Echo? I've seen the first episode. I haven't finished it yet. I plan on trying to finish The Curse and Echo this week. and The Witcher season 3. I think I have 2 episodes left for that. Good news, guys, it stopped snowing. That's really great to hear. I can understand Broadway shows turning movies into musicals because a green general public that see live theater prefer musicals. How are we making them into musicals so unnecessary? Well, it's not unnecessary because the movie made $30 million and Walker made 168. So they're doing well overall. Like, obviously, Color Purple didn't do great, but I think Color Purple is not as good as these 2 films. And The Dicks, the musical, didn't do well, but that movie, I didn't really know who it was marketed to. And I'm gonna check it out when it gets on streaming because I love A24. But yeah, they're doing well. We still have snow here in Michigan, not very much left, but the wind is terrible. Some tomorrow's morning is supposed to be oof. Pretty busy training for the basketball representing Queensland. Thank you for asking. Oh, nice. Congratulations. I'm rooting for you, man. The OG Mean Girls was not a musical and it was wonderful. Yes, that's true. The OG Mean Girls was not a musical and it's a classic. But then they made a musical out of Mean Girls and they made a movie based on that musical. See how that goes? Zach, we gonna go see Book of Clarence? Hey man, if you want to go this weekend, we could go. What are your thoughts on The Beekeeper? I have no thoughts on The Beekeeper because I have not seen it yet. I'm definitely going to check out Wonka, even though I'm not a big fan of the original because the Oompa Loompa scares me. Well, I can tell you this: spoiler alert or slight spoiler alert. There's only one Oompa Loompa in the movie, and he's not in the movie a lot. So I keep seeing that I don't enjoy musicals, but I enjoy every musical I've seen recently. I've said the same thing. Well, other than Color Purple, I say the same thing. You know who Dix was marketed to? I have Saturday off. Okay. Let's see. So the live chat said, "What do you?" I'm going back to the poll. Um, what do you think of the weekly drop for Mean Girls will be? 57% of you guys said 40, over 40% will drop. So you think it's gonna have a huge drop. 43% of you guys think it's gonna be less than that. So pretty good poll. Pretty good results. 7 votes. Appreciate you guys voting. Let's check out the next topic, which we're going to be talking about the Critic Choice Awards, which obviously was in the title of the video 2024. Share my screen. And before, that is not the screen you should be sharing. Technical difficulties as I hold up. Live technical difficulties, as you guys can see. Hold on. Critic. I had this loaded up and now it's gone. Why? Okay. I'm almost there, guys. I apologize. This is beneath me. Okay. I have it loaded up. We did Attack of the Box Office. Now we're doing a little series here that I like to call Oscar Watch, where we talk about these award shows that are coming up because they all lead to the Oscars. Honestly, that's what they are here for, to tell you who's going to be winning at the biggest stage of them all, which is the Oscars. They're also great for giving the television show actors some shine. The Emmys also premiered. If I reviewed shows and covered television, I would have covered that as well. But Critic Choice Awards just happened. And I'm excited to see what the critics say. I think Austin Burke is a YouTuber who's a member, and hopefully one day your boy Zach is, and got to vote. And I'm really excited. It's cool to see some of the YouTubers who get to vote on this. And let's see what happened at the Critic Choice and break it down and how it affects, because it's one of the bigger ones. The Golden Globes have lost some flair recently, but still a deciding factor in the momentum. Critic Choice is a big one because this is the critics. So, and that's a really big thing. So we're starting off big for the Critic Choice Awards, and that's Best Picture. The nominees were no, I don't want to get this block. Best Picture was American Fiction, phenomenal film. Barbie, phenomenal film. Color Purple, not so much. Holdovers, great film. Kills the Flower Moon, really good film. Maestro, really good film. Oppenheimer, phenomenal film. Past Lives, Poor Things, and Saltburn. Really happy to see Saltburn on there. They have a lot of choices here. This could be the spots for the Oscars. Honestly, I could see Saltburn getting taken out. I could see Color Purple getting taken out. I could see maybe American Fiction being taken out. Hopefully not. But for the most part, honestly, Saltburn's the only one I can see taken out. But Oppenheimer wins, which is going to be huge for this. I don't think it won the Golden Globes, but that's really, really big for Oppenheimer. Winning the Critics' Choice gives it a lot of momentum going in. And I think Oppenheimer is the big winner of this particular award show. Best Actor, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Leonardo DiCaprio for Kills the Flower Moon, where he's been up and down and getting nominated for these. So another nomination for Leo. Coleman Domingo for Rustin. He's been pretty consistent. Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers. Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. And Jeffrey Wright, thankfully, for American Fiction. But Paul Giamatti wins over Cillian Murphy. This is a two-man race, guys. It's Cillian Murphy versus Paul Giamatti. Cillian got it at the Golden Globes. Paul Giamatti gets it with the critics. Very, very interesting to see who gets it the SAGs. SAGs is the actors when they get the vote. Let's see which actors liked it more. That's really going to be the deciding factor. If Paul Giamatti gets SAG, I think he has really strong chances to be winning the best actor this year. You know what? I'm going to make it a poll. Now that I know how to do polls, I'm going to be polling it up. Who do you guys think will win the SAG for best actor? So this is the awards, and I might be spelling Killian's name wrong, but you know what I mean. Paul. Poll is start. While I do this, guys, vote and let me know what you think. But it says Paul Giamatti wins for The Holdovers. Great movie. He had a great performance. Stay off the poll, Zach. So silly. And I'm happy for him. So it's split down the middle with these two so far. Best Actress. Lily Gladstone for The Kills of the Flower Moon. I really think she should have been in supporting actress because she felt like more of a supporting role than a lead role, but I'm happy that she's getting nominated. I think she won one of the awards already for Best Actress. I forgot which one. Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of Fall. Probably my second favorite performance of the year for a female, probably of anybody, honestly, not even male or female. Greta Lee for Past Lives, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, who I thought was great, Margot Robbie, who was great in Barbie, and Emma Stone, who I think is the best actress performance. I think it's the best performance of the year overall. She wins the Critic Choice, and she's been winning pretty consistently. I feel like she's now the front runner to win Best Actress at the Oscars. She's been winning so consistently at these awards. Obviously, Lily Gladstone won one, but I think Emma Stone will probably win SAG. Her performance was really an actor's performance, and I said this before when I had a conversation in a movie group I was in. That Emma Stone versus Lily Gladstone, because that's a lot of people who think those are the two front runners in terms of the best actress. Lily Gladstone was great for the little that she was given in Kills the Flower Moon. She was sprinkled throughout that film. I would say she probably had 25 minutes of screen time out of the 3.5 hours of the film, which is a travesty, and she did great. But a big chunk of her performance was playing sick playing sick for like that last third of the film, which she did great. She did great, but she didn't get to do a lot. Emma Stone had to be fearless. She had to be transformative. She had to do a lot more than Lily did, and she had to carry the movie too as the lead. So that's the only reason why I feel like Emma is the front runner, should be the front runner for that one. Best Supporting Actor. So this one is Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction. The more I see him get nominated, the more I'm liking it. I think he had a great performance in American Fiction. If you guys have not checked out American Fiction yet, go check it out. Doesn't matter if you're Black, white, Asian, Palestinian, whatever. Go check it out. It's such a great film. And Sterling K. Brown did a great job in that film. Robert De Niro, another great job. Kills the Flower Moon. Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer. Ryan Gosling for Barbie. Charles Melton for May December. And Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. So out of this, personally, my favorite was Ryan Gosling for Barbie. And then following that is Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. But Robert Downey Jr. is the front runner for Best Supporting Actor. While this is a stacked cast here, even with Charles Melton, who I think did phenomenal in May December, it just seems like this is Robert Downey Jr.'s year. And he seems like he has the most momentum. I think he didn't win one of these. Actually, I think he's won every single Best Supporting Actor so far. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure of all the awards that's happened, even the smaller ones, I think he's won. Best Supporting Actress, Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. I like her in that movie, but I don't think she should be in this. Daniel Brooks for Color Purple, phenomenal. America Ferrera also for Barbie. I'm not a huge fan of her being on this either. Jodie Foster for Nyad. I really, really want to see Nyad because she keeps popping up, and I want to make sure I'm aware just in case it's a surprise win. And I'll be like, well, I saw that movie. She deserves it. But I need to check out Nyad. It's on Netflix. Julianne Moore for May December. She was so good. I guess she's a supporting actress. I felt like she was a lead, but I get going with Natalie Portman over. Natalie Portman didn't get nominated for Best Actress. That's crazy. I would have taken out Greta Lee. No offense to Past Lives lovers, but that's just who I would have took out. But Davine Joy Randolph, who seems like she's starting to take the lead when it comes to Best Supporting Actress for The Holdovers, wins another one. I'm so happy for her. I don't think she's up and coming. I think she's been doing it for a while, but she's getting her shine. Now, this is something that the Critics' Choice Awards does that a lot of other awards don't do, and this is Best Young Actor/Actress. And I think that more award shows should spotlight young actors that are coming up because they don't really have a great shot at competing against the adults, to say. Sometimes you'll see a young actor in those, but most of the time not. And I think that Abby Ryder Fortson, Are You There, God Is Me, Margaret? Great performance. If you have not seen Are You There, God Is Me, Margaret, go watch that film. Cried multiple times. Love that movie. Ariana Greenblatt, who I'm a fan of. She's been having a huge year. Barbie. She played a young Ahsoka. She was in Infinity War as young Gamora. She's been killing it. Don't think she should have gotten nominated for Barbie. Unfortunately, even though I'm a fan of her, I think she's one of the worst parts of the film. Kalel Lane for Wonka. Love seeing her here. She was phenomenal in that film. Not like the best acting performance ever, but she was so sweet, and I loved her character. Milo Machado Grainer. If Dominic Sessa was not on this list, he would be my runaway favorite for this. But Dominic Sessa was so good. I'm okay with him winning. And then Madeline Una Voiles for the creator actually getting something. Thank you. Thank you. The Creator is such a great movie. So sad that it hasn't been nominated in more things, but the fact that Madeline got nominated, she did a great job acting. She had such a mature performance in that film playing a child. Milo, Dominic, and Madeline would have been my front runners if I didn't see the winners, if I just saw the nominees. But Dominic Sissa absolutely earns this. He was so good in that movie. Best Acting Ensemble. I feel like if you're going to win Best Film, most likely you'll win Best Acting Ensemble, and that goes to Oppenheimer. Air, Barbie, Color Purple, Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon. I think Oppenheimer used its ensemble better than Barbie did. Even though Barbie had a lot of great actors, it was really focused on two for a long time. So I would say out of those two, yeah, I don't know if I would give Oppenheimer the win, though. I think Kills of the Flower Moon had a better ensemble performance than Oppenheimer, just when I think of ensemble. Holdovers doesn't have a big cast. Color Purple, the ensemble was great. And Air, the ensemble was really good. But I would have gave this to Kills of the Flower Moon, but Oppenheimer's not a bad choice either. And keep winning. Best Director, Bradley Cooper, Greta Gerwig for Barbie, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Alexander Payne for Holdovers, and Martin Scorsese. What a list. Such a great list. No past lives. That hasn't been getting really good acting nods. And I think the directing was some of the stronger parts of that film. Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, well-deserved. Best Adapted Screenplay. And yeah, so we got Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. So happy to see this get nominated. Hopefully, it gets nominated more places. Andrew Hayes, All of Us Are Strangers. Another film I need to see that I haven't got to see yet. I feel like this was going to start sneaking in, especially when BAFTAs comes around. Core Jefferson for American Fiction. Yes. Tony McInerney for Poor Things. Yes. Nolan for Oppenheimer. Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese for Kills of the Flower Moon. And American Fiction wins, which I totally agree. I do think this is the best adapted screenplay here. I'm not familiar with the American Fiction book, but I think the screenplay for American Fiction is so strong and so good that I'm happy for it. But honestly, all of other than All of Us Are Strangers, only because I haven't seen it. If any of these films would have won, I would have been fine because all their screenplays are really strong. Now, best original screenplay: Sammy Birch for May December, Alex Cumbery for Air, Bradley Cooper and Josh Singer for Maestro, and the Critics' Choice Awards. Being Smart. Obviously, this is a original screenplay. Barbie, yes, it's based on an IP, but it's not based off any source material. Gets nominated first and wins. David Hemmington for The Holdovers and Celine Song for Past Lives. The screenplay got nominated, but not directing. Barbie wins. I think that it had the most. I think it has the best original screenplay out of these. Air was okay. May December is very unique. Maestro, I don't know if the screenplay is the strongest part. Holdovers is strong. I don't think Past Lives is that strong. So it would have been between May December and Barbie for me. I'm happy for Barbie. Best cinematography, Maestro, gorgeous film. Barbie, really a good looking film. Kills on Moon, great looking film. Poor Things, another great film. Very unique cinematography. Saltburn looks amazing. And Oppenheimer looks dry, but it still looks good. I would have gave this to either. I might have given this to Maestro. Honestly, Maestro cinematography to me was more impressive than Oppenheimer's. Saltburn as well. Yeah, I might have gave this either Maestro or Saltburn, honestly. I wasn't really impressed with Killers or Oppenheimer. Poor Things was great as well. Yeah, with some of the fantastical things they did. And Barbie looked great. I wouldn't have given it to Oppenheimer here, but it's sweeping, man. Best production design, Saltburn, Oppenheimer, Kills the Flower Moon, Barbie, Poor Things, Asteroid City. Glad that movie's getting some recognition. Has a very mixed response, but I'm really happy for it. Barbie wins production design. I think that's well deserved. The production design, especially in Barbie world, is phenomenal. Saltburn with the mansion, really great. Oppenheimer, they went to a actual place, so that's cool, and they built sets around that. I wasn't super impressed by it because they were mostly inside buildings and stuff like that, and the buildings were kind of bland. But that's fine. Kills the Flower Moon was was pretty impressive. Poor Things, yes, definitely impressive. And Asteroid City was super impressive. But yeah, Barbie think wins this by a mile just because they made this toy look real. It was like a dollhouse, but like real life, and it felt like a dollhouse world. I think it deserves the best production design. Best editing, Air, Barbie, yes. Oppenheimer, yes. Poor Things, yes. Kills the Flower Moon, and Maestro. Maestro, I would have given this over to Maestro than Oppenheimer because I think there's some really cool editing things that happens in that film. But Oppenheimer, the explosion scene alone, I can see that, and it just looks like Oppenheimer is just sweeping. Best costume design: Barbie, Wonka, Color Purple, Poor Things, Kills the Flower Moon, and Napoleon. Wow, Napoleon shout out. That weird film. Barbie. Sorry if you guys are hearing a clicking sound in the background. My radiator is turning on. Um, Barbie. Barbie probably deserves this. I can't really argue against it. I think Poor Things costume design is more impressive. But then again, it might just be Bella Baxter's costumes. I think the only thing that is really competing with it is Kills the Flower Moon and The Color Purple in terms of costumes. Well, yeah, Barbie. Best hair and makeup, Color Purple, Maestro. So Barbie's winning some of the technical awards, as you can see here. So I think that's what's going to happen in other stuff. I don't think it's really going to get acting ones, but we'll see. I'm rooting for Ryan Gosling. Out of these, but hair and makeup, I don't think Barbie should have got this. It was really good, but I think Maestro and Port, especially Priscilla. Holy crap, that's like 80% of the movie. Priscilla probably could have gotten this. They transport you to that time. They make her look just. I don't know. Have you guys seen Priscilla? You The way they make Kaylee Spaney look like a little kid, and then a teenage adult, no, like a little kid, a teenager, and an adult through that movie, and it's the same actress at the same age. It's phenomenal. I think that Priscilla should have got this. As much as I love Barbie and how colorful it is, I love Poor Things. William Dafoe's makeup is amazing. Maestro, Bradley Cooper's makeup is great. Color Purple is great in terms of this aspect, and Oppenheimer is really good too. But I think Priscilla should have got this. But Barbie, got to get some stuff. Best visual effects. I guess I think Spider-Verse should have got this. Honestly, no, you know what? Mission Impossible should have got this, honestly. That train scene is insane. Yes, the explosion in Oppenheimer is great. Phenomenal, real explosion, and did all the stuff that they did, captured it, amazing. Pretty sure it was hard. But the train scene alone in Dead Reckoning should have got this. The creator, I'm glad it's nominated against shout out here because the whole big thing was the fact that it did great visual effects on a low budget, and it probably should have won just off that. But it's going against Mission Impossible and Oppenheimer, which is not great. Best comedy. Hey, Bottoms got nominated, and that's the one I would have won for me. Um, or poor. I think Poor Things is a better movie than Bottoms, but Bottoms is funnier. So I would have gave it to Bottoms. I love Barbie, and I thought Barbie's probably the most fun I had in the theater. But the funniest movie I saw this year was Bottoms, or last year was Bottoms. So I think Bottoms deserved this one, but Barbie, they're gonna give Barbie stuff because it's not winning any acting noms. Best animated film. Thank you, Critics' Choice, for getting it right because the Golden Globes was bugging, giving Boy and the Heron best animated film. Boy and the Heron is gorgeous, but it's a confusing mess. Elemental is great. Nimona is great. Mutant Mayhem is great. Wish is okay. Probably could have swapped this out for something else. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is hands down the best animated film of 2023. And I'm so happy. Oh, this is this is hard. Okay. I was about to say I was so happy because best foreign language film. I've been rooting for Anatomy of Fall forever. Anatomy of Fall. I want this to be a best picture. So good. One of my favorite films of the year. But Godzilla -1 is here. And yeah. I haven't seen Perfect Days. I saw Society of the Snow. I guess I have to count that as a 2020. I don't know. I saw Society of the Snow. Came out on Netflix this year. Taste of Things I haven't seen. Zone of Interest I haven't seen. So I've only seen 3 out of the 6 pairings. Out of this, I like Anatomy of Fall. I think I ranked Anatomy of Fall higher than Godzilla -1. I personally would give it that. But Godzilla -1 probably should have won for just the success and what it did. And best song. Woo! I'm just Ken. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but I remember the beat. Great. Barbie had 3 nominations. Peaches was here. I'm just Ken. But I wish Peaches won just because it's not gonna get an Oscar nom. Yeah, I don't remember the Wish song. This song is gorgeous, it made me cry. Dance Night is cool, Dance Night away, but that feels it wasn't as impactful. I'm just Ken, and what I was made for was part of the story. Peaches was part of the story. I haven't watched Rustin yet. I need to watch it because it's getting a lot of noms. Best score was Oppenheimer. You know what? I can agree with that. And that's it for the movie stuff. I'm not gonna go into television. I can agree with that because that main beat was great. I know that sound terrible. Sorry, that was in the mic. And the poll was, what do you guys think will win? Okay, so you guys think 71% of the poll thinks killing 75% of the poll thinks Cillian Murphy is gonna win the SAG for Best Actor. I'm gonna end the poll now. 8 votes. Appreciate that. I'm gonna drop another poll now that we're done with all the nominees, and I'm gonna get to the chat. Let's see, poll. What which did you prefer? prefer. I spelled it right. Okay. Golden Globes. Or what is that? What is that called? Oh yeah, Critic Choice. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me see. Okay. He said, I cannot wait to see Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa. Yeah. He was great. Also leave a like with your vote. Yes, appreciate that. Yes, definitely leave a like if you can on the video. In NC, no snow yet, but getting down to the teens tonight with black ice in the morning. Yay. Oh man. I hate black ice. It's the worst. Hopefully, Dell, you're safe and you don't trip. And Dello Movie's great. Check him out. Beloved channel member. Go check him out on his channel. He does great live streams. And I just did a collab with him with Mega Movie Man, where we rank the DCU films. If you want to go check it out, it's on my community tab. I shared it. You guys don't know me, but I'm an actor. I do musical theater. I love it. I just don't think certain movies should be musicals. Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. Like I said, I'm not big into musicals, so that's your expertise. But I'm just saying, with box office wise, it looks like we should get a musical here and there as movies because it's working out here and there. I think they should do Lion King musical as a cinematic film. What's up, Zach Tech Nation? Hey, beloved channel members, Spoiler Kings, one of the greatest YouTube channels on the planet. Thank you guys for being in the live chat. Appreciate you. If Barbie wins Best Movie, I'll be sick. Oh, man, you don't like Barbie? I love Barbie, but it's not winning Best Movie. I'm on Paul Giamatti's side. I knew. Stay off the pole. Emma Stone is a great pick. Yes, she is. And I knew you love holdovers, so I'm not surprised. I don't think it's fair that I vote because I haven't seen the holdovers. You need to get on that, man. Holdovers is great. Sterling K. Brown or Ruffalo are my picks for supporting. Yes, super great. I'm so happy Devine won. Me too. Dominic Sess is a great choice. Don Bliff should have been nominated. Oh, yes. Tom Bliff was fantastic as President Snow or pre-President Snow in Hunger Games, but I don't think that's going to get any Oscar noms, even though it probably should have. I definitely want to see American Fiction, but I'm going to wait for it to come on streaming service or to buy it. That's fair. As long as you check it out eventually. Watched Naya yesterday. Excellent film, and both Jodie Foster and Annette Bening are great. Okay, I got to check that out. I heard mixed things on it, but I trust you, Dell. I think The Holdovers is the best ensemble between Giamatti, Devine, and Dominic. Excellence. That's very fair. I definitely want to see Naya too. Is it on any streaming service? It's on Netflix. It was originally on Netflix. Yeah, just like Della said, it's on Netflix. I think it was on theaters for like a week or two, and then it went on Netflix. I'm happy American Fiction is winning things. Me too. Me too. I would have given original screenplay to Holdovers of Past Lives. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Past Lives screenplay. Holdovers is fair though. I just with Holdovers, the reason why it's not like my favorite film like everybody else is because I think the first 20 minutes or 30 minutes was kind of weak for me. It wasn't until all the other kids left the school where I really got into it. Cinematography I would have given to Flower Moon. That's fair. Flower Moon has some great stuff in terms of cinematography. Saltburn is a wild film. Good, but wild. Yeah, it's super wild. But I love it. Production design is Barbie to lose. Yeah, it's Barbie to lose. That's very true. It is. Fantastic production design. I'm cool with Barbie for production design. It was impressive. Yep. I'm cool with best costume for going for Barbie. I would give visual effects to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for Rocket Raccoon alone, but also MI7 deserves it too. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I think I'm just undercutting Volume 3 because we've seen Rocket so many times. But Rocket's and Groot's VFX is very impressive. Just the VFX in general, overall in that film. Yeah, it might win. It might surprise us. Barbie shouldn't have been nominated for comedy. But it is a comedy. If it's gonna be nominated for best picture, all this stuff is gonna be best screenplay. It's gonna be put in the comedy aspect. It is a comedy. It's not a drama. The creator would be my VFX winner. They did more with less than any other nominees. I agree. Spider-Verse deserves, yeah, man. Godzilla -1 deserves best foreign film. Granted, it's only one I've seen. Yeah, if it won, I wouldn't have been mad. Peaches deserves best song. I'm Just Ken is my favorite Barbie song. So good. I did not watch the Critic Choice Awards because I did not know where to watch. Yeah, I didn't really know either. I don't think was it on Netflix? I think Critics' Choice was live streaming on Netflix. How many movies have you seen so far for 2024? I think I've seen not many. 4. I've seen 4 2024 films. Doesn't come out in Australia until February. Okay. I'm praying for snow to come to NC. Finally saw Poor Things. I see what you mean, Zach. I'm glad you see what I mean. Can't do that movies. I gotta check out your new video you have in a channel update. Barney is a comedy for sure. I'm just saying it doesn't deserve the nom. Oh, okay. I've seen 4. Nice. I've seen 1. Yes, and that was with me. Mean Girls. All right. Yes, Critic Choice, man. We're seeing some Oppenheimer love. We're seeing some Barbie love for technicals. We see maybe Barbie might not win anything of the major awards, especially acting. And Paul Giamatti and Cillian Murphy are split right now. Can go either way. Davine Joy Randolph looks like she is almost a front runner at this point. Dominic Sessa might have a chance because of this Young Actor Award to get into Best Supporting. And American Fiction now has some chances too. I think those are the main takeaways from the Critics' Choice. I've seen 15 movies so far just for the month of January. 15 new movies? Jesus. I'm done. Once I'm done these long ass Lord of the Rings movies, I can start watching other 2024. But yeah, I have a lot to go because I have this. I think I'm gonna watch the last Lord of the Rings extended edition, but I don't think I'm watching the Hobbit extended editions. I'm just gonna watch the theatrical versions of those. The movies are too long, and the parts that extended is just too much. But yeah, 15 movies is insane. Let's see what you guys have said about the polls before I move on to my next topic. I asked you, which do you prefer? 80% of you guys said you prefer the Golden Globes over the Critics' Choice. Okay, very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna end the poll. 83%. It just went up. I'm gonna end the poll now. Stop voting. So 6 votes. 83% said Golden Globes, 16% said Critics' Choice. So people are not super high on the Critics' Choice Awards. That is fair. Let's see. We're gonna get to our next topic, and that's something we call rapid fire news. So these are news topics that I don't think deserves like huge, long-winded discussions and breakdowns like I usually do for each topic, like I did for the Critics' Choice Awards, going I think like 30 minutes on it. But there's stuff that I just want to talk to you guys about. Actually, close this. Did I share this tab? Yes. Okay. So the first one is going to be coming from Hollywood Reporter. Close this as well. Lakeith Stanfield joins Mark Wahlberg in Shane Black's Play Dirty movie. If you don't know Shane Black, he did Iron Man 3, he did Predator. He's done other movies as well that are acclaimed and some that are trashed. He's not prolific, but he's a director that people like. Mark Wahlberg, obviously, he's always getting work. And I'm happy for Lakeith Stanfield, especially since I'm glad he signed up for this, because Haunted Mansion and now Look at Clarence both didn't do really well at the box office, and he led in both of those films. So I'm glad that he has work already lined up. But let's read it, man. Lakeith Stanfield, one of my favorite actors doing it today, is going, whoa, hold on, gotta shut up, because beloved Zack Attack Nation member, Dark Room Movies, just sent a super sticker. I really, really appreciate you, man. $3. Thank you so much for it. I'm seeing it here. Little cute sticker. And I'm working on trying to get custom stickers. Be on the lookout for that. But thank you for the donation, man. I really, really appreciate you doing that, Dark Room. You are awesome. Awesome, just like Lakeith Stanfield. Okay, Lakeith Stanfield, who is coming off of starring Jemez Samuels' The Book of Clarence, has joined Mark Wahlberg in Play Dirty, the crime thriller that Shane Black is directing for Amazon MGM Studios. Sorry, I'm trying to get better at reading for you guys. I'm still messing up. An adaptation of Donald E. Westlake Parker's novel. The feature stars Wahlberg as the hardened professional thief who is naturally double-crossed and left for dead. Sound like a movie we've seen 1,000 times, but it's based off a novel, so it might be good. His hunt for revenge, however, brings with it a lot of with a shot at the biggest heist. Ooh, what just happened? Come on, don't mess with me while I'm doing live stuff. With the at the biggest heist of his career. But per the studio, even with the help of his partner and actor slash con artist named Grofield, he'll still need to outsmart a South American dictator, the New York mob, and the world's richest man if he hopes stays alive. Okay, sounds interesting. Stanfield will play Grofield, the con artist. Black, Charles Mondry, and Anthony Bagrozzi wrote the script. Okay. Jules Day and Mark Toberoff are producing. The project was previously being produced by Joel Silver, but Silver was fired in November over verbal abuse claims. Damn. Executive producer are Team Downey Jr. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. and Susan Downey, as well as Black. Well, they've had a relationship since Iron Man 3, or maybe before that. So I'm not surprised Robert Jr. is going to be producing this as well. So that's really interesting. So yeah, so we're getting a new heist action film starring Mark Wahlberg, directed by Shane Black, with Lakeith Stanfield kind of co-starring in it as well. Really, really exciting. I hope that is really good. I hope that Lakeith Stanfield is a standout. I think he can play a con artist really, really well. And yeah, I'm always down for kind of a Mark Wahlberg film. He has that dog movie coming out where he walks a long time with that group with this kind of like a marathon across countries, and the dog helps him out. It got pushed, but we'll see how it does. Hey, beloved channel member, have you seen with T? I was just talking about you earlier, and now you're here. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Dell on movies. Think like can't. Hold on. When this happens, then most of the time that means my mouth is dry. Lakeith Stanfield is awesome. Yes, he is. Him and Daniel Kaluuya are some of my favorite actors right now. About you? Yes. I was talking about your Book of Clarence review and giving you a shout out. Let's see. So yeah, that was it for the Lakeith Stanfield thing. Be on the lookout for Play Dirty in the trailer for that. Exciting news. Some more exciting news. Don't lie, Kenny Sparks. He'll watch the replay and see that I do that. Wow, that's crazy. How could you believe him over me? I have the most trustworthy face ever. I'm like I'm using these polls. We're gonna do another poll. Am I trustworthy? Yes. No. Hell yeah. No way. Okay. While I go over this next one, you guys vote on that. Am I trustworthy? But coming from Deadline, big news. Charles Stahelski, the guy who wrote, started producing the John Wick films, has got packed with Lionsgate, and who also did the John Wick films, will oversee the John Wick franchise moving forward, meaning Ballerina, the Continental next season. Hopefully it gets another season. Maybe I didn't watch it yet. And any other John Wick franchise movie they do, potentially John Wick 5 and any other spin-offs they do. And he also are going to be looking over the Highlander franchise. So I knew that he was directing Highlander, but I know it was going to become a franchise. Highlander was a big thing for me growing up. I really, really love this franchise. I have very good memories of it. I'm not clear memories because my memory is bad. Don't eat enough fish. But this is exciting news. I think Charles Stahelski is a talented director. I'm excited to see who he has write these films. But Charles Stahelski, who Deadline already told you was set to direct the reboot of Highlander, starring Henry Cavill. Really excited to see Henry Cavill get his own franchise because he's being snubbed and messed up by all these other people. Has inked a deal with Lionsgate to oversee the creative on both that franchise and John Wick. Remember, John Wick is the beginning to spin off with Ballerina this summer. Oh yeah, that's still coming out this summer. Stahelski already an EP on that film. Stahelski will have supervision of the brands across film, television, and all multimedia platforms. The director and his team at 8711 Entertainment have taken the lead in designing a comprehensive multi-platform content strategy for both franchises. When I hear stuff like that, I get a little worried because it feels like they're putting the cart before the horse, but we'll see. John Wick, it makes sense because it's proven that people are interested in that world. I don't know how interested they are without Keanu Reeves because The Continental didn't do so fantastic um, while it was playing. I don't know if it was weird because it was like a 4 night event. I don't know if those things work. I think maybe people wanted a show, but we'll see what happens with the Ballerina. If Ballerina does well, then they have something. Highlander, we'll see if Henry Cavill can bring people in. Hopefully he does. Stahelski will work side by side with the franchise producers, Thunder Rolls Basil Iwanik. I don't know how to say that name, and Erica Lee on the Wick franchise, and Neil H. Mortis and the estate of Peter S. Davis on Highlander. This deal expands on the great creative relationship we've already have in place on John Wick and extends it to our Highlander franchise. He's starting to become the Kevin Feige of action franchises because he also has Nobody. I don't know if that's going to become a franchise. I don't know if they're going to do a second one because Bob Odenkirk's health, but hopefully it does because I really like Nobody. Joe Drake, the outgoing chair of Lionsgate, and Adam Fogelson, chair of MPG. From the outset, Chad has been the creative force defying the world of Wick. As we continue to think about the future of that world, we want Chad working together with Basil and Erica of Thunder Road as our stewards, guiding us and strategizing together at every step. This deal makes it official, and we look forward to the steady hand and creative input, not just on the film he's making, but other stories that arise from it. He's a true visionary, and we are thrilled to have him in our corner. That's what they'll say in a couple years if this fails. They're like, he sucks. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm pleased to be able to grow my relationship with Lionsgate in this new so blah 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 blah. Them patting each other on the back. They're gonna have a blast. Yada yada yada. But yeah, they're just talking about the kind of the details. Him doing John Wick 4, and it's getting recognized by the Oscars and SAG for stunts and getting that pushed through. And the fact that they did the Lionsgate Continental spinoff, and they're gonna be doing Ballerina. Are you excited for more John Wick? And are you excited? Are you guys excited for Ballerina and Highlander? Are you familiar with Highlander? Have you checked it out before? Is this something that was a part of your childhood? I'm really interested to hear about your guys' thoughts on all that. And Henry Cavill being the Highlander and how awesome that could be. While you guys answer that and look at the chat, let me see what this poll is saying. Is Zach trustworthy? 60%. 60%. This better be 2 votes. 60% says 6 yes. Oh, 40% said hell yeah. Okay, I appreciate it. I thought it said no and no way. I'll end the poll before someone thinks they're slick. Where is it? Oh, wait, where's the poll? The poll has disappeared, guys. I don't know where it is now. But it was 60%, 40%. You guys love me. Let's see what you guys have to say. I watched the worst movie of 2024 yesterday named Roleplay on Prime. Jesus, the worst movie of 2024? Whoo! I heard somebody said it was okay. The worst movie? Yeesh. I gotta check out your book of clearance review, T. I'm probably not making one myself. Highlander IP has a lot of potential. I agree. There's like 3 different properties called Ballerina. I know. I know. There is, but there's one that's a spinoff of John Wick. Remember in the John Wick franchise where he goes to hit the people he came from. There's always ballerinas. So Anna de Armas will be playing one of those and be an assassin. Speaking of ballerina, just saw the trailer for Abigail. Oh my god, I actually liked the trailer for Abigail. I liked it. I think it's an interesting premise. Yes, depending on how they do it. If they do it for the sake of doing it, no, but we shall see. That's true. If they have real thought behind it and have real purpose behind it, this can be great. But if they just do it just to try to make money and crash grab, it can fall in their face. Highlander does not hold up at all, but I do remember it being great as a kid. I probably does not hold up, but I do remember being great as a kid. That and Knight Rider. Highlander and Knight Rider was my shit as a kid. I would love a new Knight Rider. Damn, I was gonna watch Roleplay yesterday. I watched the Monarch finale instead. I'm still gonna watch it because I like the lead actress, and I heard somebody else say it was good, but I'll see it for myself. Sometimes people are like, this sucks, and I was like, this is okay. It's not bad. Abigail looks really great. I dug the hell out of the trailer. Yeah, man. Dracula's daughter stuck in a mansion with some people who kidnapped her. Sounds amazing, and she's a ballerina. So that's really, really interesting. So let's move on to. We have 2 more rapid fire news. Oh, well, if you guys heard that singing, that was my mom. Uh, let's see. It says Marlon Wayans to star in psychological horror pick Goat for Universal and Monkey Paw. Justin Tippin directing. Monkey Paw, if you didn't know, is Jordan Peele's production company. They produced the Candyman remake, or not remake, kind of soft reboot or something like that. Like it's still in the same Candyman universe, but it was like a refreshing of it. And they've done Twilight Zone, I believe, and I feel like there was something else, but I'm not remembering right now. But Marlon Wayans, maybe in a psychological horror film, doing a serious acting gig. I'm really excited about that. I'm not too familiar with Justin Tipping, but maybe this article will tell us. This is from Deadline, exclusive that they had for this sports horror. It's a sports horror film. Pick Goat, Universal Pictures and Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw banner look to have found the actor to play their greatest of all time athlete. Marlon Wayans has been set to star in the pick, with Justin Tipping on board to direct. Jordan Peele, Wynn Rosenfeld, Ian Cooper, Jamal Watson are producers. Executive producers are David Kern and Kate O. The project, based on a spec by Zach Ackers and Skip Bronke, centers on a promising young athlete who's invited to train with a team's retiring star. While execs have taken the screen testing route for finding the young athlete character, sources says Wayne's was always the top of studios' list for its GOAT. Wow. Universal EV Production Development, Sarah Scott, and Director of Development, Tony Crute will oversee the project for the studio. Wayne's hit a career milestone with his first stand-up comedy special, Woke-ish, which premiered on Netflix 2018. His third comedy special for HBO Max, Marlon Wayans' God Loves Me, dropped last March. His overall deal with HBO Max included performing stand-up special, hosting multi-act special that resulted in specials. Marlon Wayans, you know what it is, and Marlon Wayans the headliner. So Marlon Wayans is doing great. He's done a lot of movies. He was in Air, which is getting nominated, but he's not getting nominated for his role. Wait, no, sorry, he was not in Air. That was Chris Tucker. I'm bugging. Um, he's done a lot of movies, but he's doing his comedy stuff, and now he's gonna be starring in a big film. I think this might be really big with Jordan Peele producing it. The trailer is gonna be awesome, at least. Let's see. He hosted Daily Show for a little bit. Oh, he was in Air. I was right. Okay, I'm not bugging. He was in Air. He was in a Netflix show, The Curse of the Bridge Hollow, and he's been producing stuff. And he's going to be in Sofia Coppola's A24 movie On the Rocks with Rashida Jones. Really excited about that. Sofia Coppola doesn't really do a lot of films, and she's with Rashida Jones and Bill Murray. That sounds really interesting. So Tipping has done Kicks, which I haven't heard of. And let's see, he's written on Black Monday, which I heard was great. The Shy, which I heard was great. Flash Misdemeanors, which I think I might have got canceled, but I heard was great. And Dare to White People, which I really enjoyed. So that's a really interesting premise. He does some subversion stuff, and he does well with directing Black people, which is really important, even though he's not. This sounds really, really interesting. What do you guys think about this news? Are you excited for Marlon Wayans to play this? It's not going to be a funny movie. It's going to be a psychological horror about a young athlete interacting with a retired one. I can see how that could be like a Don't Breathe situation. Sounds interesting. Let's see what the chat has to say. He said, I watched 15 movies either I've rented to bought or watch or stream it. Wow. Yeah, Abigail does look fun. Candy Louise says, I'll be interested in the new Highlander. The last I watched was the one Adam Copeland, aka Edge from WWE, was in. Roleplay was bad, but right now Founders Day is the worst film I've seen this year. Oh, I've heard that. I didn't get to check it out when the mystery movie, but it officially comes out this Friday. I am skipping it. I'm good. That's one of those movies I don't need to see. Just like I skipped Blood and Honey. Yeah. I didn't even know Edge was in a Highlander film. That's crazy. I haven't seen Founders play. It's not playing here. It's supposed to come out this Friday. People saw it early because it was like Regal mystery movie or something like that. I like the idea of Marlon Wayans being in a Jordan Peele movie. Me too. He was in Air too. Yeah. He met Matt Damon at the bar. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I knew I remember that scene, but for some reason I was like, wait, am I wrong? Am I mixing up Black people? That's not good. He got some good acting chops. Not a big fan of his comedy, but he could definitely act. Yeah. He definitely has some great acting chops. I'm not a consistent fan of this comedy. I think the first couple scary movies were good, but outside of that, and white chicks was great, but outside of that, I'm not a huge fan of his comedy. But and actually maybe I'm lying because I love the Wayans brothers. That's my shit. But moving on to the last one, and this is actually going to be a trailer reaction. I haven't done one of these on a live before. Yeah, Wayne brothers are goated. Yes, this is going to be a trailer reaction for a new Netflix film starring Adam Sandler. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. This is going from Dark Horizons, which this is a website I use because they centralize a lot of the news stories. But I don't use them as like an official source. I usually find the source first that they're talking from. But yeah, this looks like a very interesting. It says Netflix has released a new trailer for his sci-fi drama Spaceman, starring Adam Sandler. The film is currently slated for March 1st next year. That's weird that they're giving us trailers for a movie that's coming out. Wait, how old is this article? Yeah, for all the way next year, and it's showing us a trailer. Wow. 6 months into solitary research mission to edge of the solar system, and an astronaut Jacob, played by Sandler, realizes that the marriage he left behind might not be waiting for him when he returns to Earth. Desperate to fix things with his wife, Lenka, he is held by a mysterious creature from the beginning of time he finds hiding in the bowels of his ship. Hanus works with Jacob to make sense of what went wrong before it was too late. The film is based off Jakov Kalov's 2007 novel Space Man of Bohemia and is directed by Emmy-winning filmmaker John Renek. Chernobyl. Oh, wow. Okay. From a screenplay written by Colby Day. Carrie Mulligan, Kunal Noir, Lena Olden, Isabella Rossellini, Paul Dano co-star, with the latter playing the spider-like creature from the beginning of the universe. Channing Tatum, Reed Carolyn, Peter Kiernan, Michael Peretz produce this film. Okay. That sounds really, really interesting, even though this film is so far away. But I am going to check out the trailer. So this is going to be my trailer reaction for Spaceman, the official trailer that's coming out on Netflix. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I'll probably do that. That looks like a better view.
On behalf of the Eurospace program, 189 days into your solo journey. Commander Prohatska, how are you feeling?
What I'm doing is for everyone back home, and that makes me very proud.
And your wife Lenka, of course. I'm sure she's looking forward to having you home safe and sound. He's not doing well. He misses his wife. And they shouldn't have left.
Ooh. I like the feel of this. This feels
6 months in isolation. You stop thinking too much.
I'm getting interference.
Oh boy. I love Adam
I
Sandler.
intend to frighten you, skinny human. Do not be afraid.
What the hell?
I'm losing my mind.
Oh no. Oh, I can't watch this.
You wish to know if I am real.
I'm terrified of spiders.
I am like you.
And they got alive. Look
An
at what here.
explorer. Your loneliness intrigued me. Why are you here? I might be of help.
Oh no.
I wish to assist you in your emotional distress. I don't need your help. But you do.
You go where I go, and I go where you go, right, Spaceman?
These are your thoughts.
Okay.
I am simply finding them with you.
Whoa! Oh god. This is a horror film. It's a horror film.
Everything
I like
that
Carrie Mulligan.
begins must end. I'm not allowing that.
You go where I go, and I go where you go.
I just want to come home.
Okay. Outside of me having a panic attack, live on air. Outside of me having a panic attack live on air, I don't like spiders. This looks really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really, really good. It's weird that this is the second time I've seen Carey Mulligan play a disgruntled wife of someone that's being ambitious. She was like that in Maestro. She killed it. And now this one, it looks interesting. It looks creative. I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders. Why? Why did they have to have spiders? But other than that, Adam Sandler looks great. Carey Mulligan looks great. Even the voice of Paul Dano as a spider sounds awesome. I'm gonna see if I can watch this, but I don't know. For the people still in the live chat, how do you guys feel about Spaceman? Does this look like something that you're gonna check out, or something you feel like you're going to skip? Let me know in the live chat, and if you're watching this reaction afterwards, or like during the replay, or when I chop it up, let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. Like the video, subscribe, and share the video to your friends, and join the Zach Attack Nation. Okay, let's see what people have to say in the live stream. The Sixth Man is an underrated classic. The Sixth Man, sir, I'm going to have to Google that because not too sure what that is. The Sixth Man. Oh, the basketball film? I don't think I've seen this. Oof. 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. One of those films that you love, but a lot of people don't, unfortunately. Marlon Wayans was great in a non-comedy, Requiem of a Dream. That's on my list. I still haven't seen that. I need to check that film out. Kenny had to head out because he's going to react to this. Hopefully he came back soon. Nice to see Aragog getting work. Who's Aragog? Looks very interesting. Gives me Eternal Sunshine vibes with the quirkiness yet serious tone. I can see that. We on Q&A. We have one more thing to do, and then we're going to get the Q&A. I meant to ask you, Zach, what did you think of the Lord of the Rings movies? What do you think? Did you finish them? They were all my favorite movies. Will not reveal that yet. You can check out my review for the first one on my channel. The second one, the review for the second one's coming soon. I finished the second one. I did the extended edition. I have thoughts. That's all I gotta say. Are there any specific genres of type of? Oh, wait. We're doing Q&A stuff. Hold up. I'll start Q&A stuff. Let me get to the last thing. The Giants. Oh, I didn't finish Harry Potter. Six Man with Ron Owens and Kadeem Harris. It was really worth the watch. I'll check it out. Okay, let's get to our last part, and then we'll do the Q&A. This is gonna be a short stream, probably, unless you guys have a lot of questions, because there wasn't a lot of news this week. We're gonna talk about. Hold up, rapid fire news is over. Move this. We're gonna talk about this last topic. It's what's next? What is coming out this week? And oh boy, this week is rough. I'm not gonna lie in terms of releases. So I was looking over it. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna prepare and kind of look over it before and not just read off every single movies here, so you guys don't have to hear me drown about movies you don't care about. Or if I find anything that sounds interesting, I'll let you guys know. So here I'm going to talk about theatrical releases, and then and I'll talk about things that are digital as well, not really limited films. So something that you can rent this week will be One More Shot. It's featuring Michael J. White, Scott Askins, Alexis Knapp, James Nunn, and Tom Berenger. Following the black site attack in Poland, Navy SEAL Jake, who's played by Scott Atkins, he was in John Wick 4 as the big fat guy in the white suit that John Wick had to smash. Well, that sounded crazy, but you know what I mean. Must use all his battle home skills to survive an import siege from mercenaries attempting to capture high-profile terrorist suspect Amin Masur. With a bomb-threatening State of the Union address, Masur is the only person who may know its location. Still reeling from the loss of his team, Harris must protect the man he brought in for justice at any cost. Sounds interesting. Sounds like a film that we've heard and seen before, similar and stuff like that. But hey, Scott Atkins and Michael J. White's in it. Sounds like it could be interesting. Let's see. This is going to be on Netflix. It's called 60 Minutes. Mixed martial artist fighter Octavio finds himself with just 60 minutes to make it to the birthday party of his daughter. Otherwise, he risks losing custody forever. Wow. But when he ditches a fight in order to get there, he finds himself on the run from dangerous criminals in a race against time across the city. Woo! That sounds pretty interesting. A little different. That's a lot of things going on there that I didn't expect to be together, but that's going to be on Netflix. I'm not usually they show the dates. I'm not sure why it's not showing me the date that's going to be on. But yeah, you guys can check that out on Netflix. In theaters, it says it's called Distant. After a crash landing on an alien planet, an asteroid miner must make his way across the harsh terrain, running out of oxygen, hunted by strange creatures to the only other survivor, a woman who's trapped in her escape pod. Wow, this sounds interesting. This is the first time I've ever heard of this, and there's no trailer, no poster. I wonder if this is actually still coming out. Sometimes they have stuff on here that was coming out, but it's not coming out anymore. So let's see. It's Rachel Brosnahan. That's the one that's playing Lois Lane in the new Superman movie. Naomi Scott, who's fantastic. She was in James Bond film as M and one of the Office people. Anthony Ramos, who was just recently in Transformers. Brian Kavanaugh. I always mess up his name. Spencer Cohan, Will Speck, Josh Gordon. This is a really good cast. Let me go look this up real quick. Is this actually coming out? Distant 2024. Okay. Yeah, this is not coming out. It says January 19th. But I don't see anywhere to buy tickets or any posters. So I don't think this is actually coming out. But we'll be on the lookout for it. Sounds nice. Movie Insider is great, but sometimes they mess it up. The movie I'm going to be seeing this Friday is ISS. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. It looks really good. Tensions flares in the near future aboard the International Space Station as a worldwide conflict breaks out on Earth. Reeling from this, the astronauts receive orders from the ground. Take control of the station by any means necessary. Ariana DeBose is in this. Chris Messina. Ariana DeBose, is in the news today because they made a joke about her not being able to sing, and obviously she can. Chris Messina was in Air, was great. John Gallagher Jr. is a really good actor. The rest of these actors I'm not too sure of, but the trailer looked really, really strong for ISS. The End We Start From. This one is actually coming out. A woman and her newborn child must try to find her way home amid an environmental crisis that submerges London in floods of water, sees their young family torn apart in the chaos. Benedict Cumberbatch, Joel Fry, Jodie Comer, Mark Strong. I saw Jodie Comer post this movie on her Instagram saying it was coming out. That's why I wanted to point it out. It's a thriller. It sounds interesting. It sounds like something that I may have to wait and check out because I really want to see ISS. And there's another film that's coming out I want to see this weekend. Book of Clarence I want to catch up on. Let's see. Lucy Hale has another romantic comedy coming out, which brings me to you. I don't need to read the description. You know what Lucy Hale comedies are, romantic comedies are if you've seen one. Cult Killer, which friend of the channel, Raven's movie fan, reviewed recently, said was terrible. So, don't just avoid it, I guess. Check it out on yourself. I always say, see for yourself, like Kenny Sparks. A PI and his partner are drawn into a web of intrigue when they start tracking a serial killer targeting a wealthy family with a dark secret. Art is more complicated than that. It's starring Alice Eve, Antonio Banderas. Those are two big names that I know. But yeah, you could check that out as well. As someone said, Founders Day. People were saying this is the worst movie of the year so far. Is officially coming out in a limited release this Friday. Naomi Grace is in this, who I'm a fan of. I'm kind of sad that she's in this terrible movie based on what people are saying. I have to check it out myself. In this bold political slasher, a small town is shaken by a series of ominous killings in days leading up to a heated memorial election. Sounds like Thanksgiving, but based on elections. And accusations fly, and a threat of a mass killer darkens every street corner. The residents must race to uncover the truth before fear consumes the town. I think I read this one too. Oh, this is long. This is too long. Not another church movie. Oh, that sounds wild. Origin is another. This is the other movie I wanted to see. This is an Ava DuVernay flick that's coming out. It's expanding. It's been slowly rolling out, and I think this is the bigger release. While grappling with tremendous personal tragedy, Isabel sets herself on a path of global investigation and discovery. Despite the colossal scope of her project, she finds beauty and bravery while crafting one of the defining American books of our time. Anaj Ellis Taylor, who I'm a big fan of, she was in that Jonathan Majors show on HBO Max that got canceled. Oh, I'm forgetting the name. In the chat, if you remember the name, let me know. John Berthenol is also in this film. Love him and everything he's in. And Vera Farmiga, who I also love, is in this. Blair Underwood is in this film. Finn Whitrock, Connie Nielsen. So it has a good cast. And I heard this movie is really great. So I'm excited to go check this out. I don't know when I'm going to get to check it out. Hopefully this weekend. But I don't know if I'm going to check out a movie every day this week. And then on Netflix, I see Daniel Kaluuya. I have to talk about it. The Kitchen, a story of fatherhood and love for the community. Every city has a kitchen. In a dystopian London, the gap between rich and poor has been stretched to its limits. Starring Daniel Kaluuya. I love that. So be on the lookout for that. The Kitchen, R-rated on Netflix. It's a sci-fi film. Okay. Yeah, and that's the releases that are coming out in theaters and kind of digital. Next up, I wanted to share what's streaming this week that are major that you can check out. And thank you, CMT, to say Lovecraft Country. It was Lovecraft Country. Yes, that was a show I was forgetting. So this is a site that I follow on Twitter that is really legit. And these are the things that are going to be coming out on streaming. So we talked about The Boys in the Boat when I was talking about how the box office is doing pretty good for the budget and what's going on. And it's coming out on digital today. You should be able to rent it, and you should be able to rent it today. The Boy in the Boat, the movie that George Clooney's filmography as a director is littered with look good on paper. It doesn't quite work on screen. Letterheads, The Isles of March, The Monument Men, Suburbicon, Midnight Sky, and the tender part is a murder's row of forgettable misfires. Damn. I didn't think Tender Bar was that bad. The Boys Mo isn't exactly a triumph return to his good night and good luck for him, but it did become the dad movie of choice over the holidays. Yeah, so definitely check this out. This should be coming out today. The Marvels will be on sale if you don't have Disney Plus and you didn't want to go to the movie theaters to check it out. It will be on sale for $19.99 to check that out. Usually these films are like $25 when they go on sale, so that's a little bit cheaper. So if you have not got to check the Marvels out, it is out today. Next Goal Wins, the Taika Waititi soccer comedy, will be also on sale. I want to check that out. I didn't get to check it out last year. Channel member of the Zack Attack Nation, Kenny Sparks said it was not good. And for some reason, I just trusted him on this one because I was just like, yeah, I don't know. Invisible Beauty is coming out on the 21st on Hulu. This documentary explores the life and career of Beth Ann Hardison, who has broken ground as a modeling agent, and activist. Hardison co-directs with Frederick Chen, and it features interviews with Whoopi Goldberg, Zendaya. And I want to stop here because this is a important Black figure in Black history, as we're coming up to Black History Month. And I want to talk about Zendaya being in this because this like subject, because she just was like one of the first Black women to, I think, win the award or something like that 3 times for Black women, and people are trying to debate if Zendaya is Black. Yes, let me zoom in my face. Yes, she is a Black woman. Yes, her mother is white, but her father is Black. She has Black features. She is a Black woman. She identifies as Black. Stop it. Yes, Zendaya, Naomi Campbell, Tracy Ellis Ross, who's having a resurgence. Yes, Fran Lebowitz, and Tyson Beckford. Okay. In addition to being a fashion icon and trailblazer, Hardison is also the mother of actor Kadeem Harrison. Oh, you were just talking about Kadeem, who played the iconic Dwayne Wayne in 80s, 90s sitcom A Different World with baby Marissa Tomei. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That sounds interesting. That sounds like, I don't really watch documentaries, but that sounds like something I'm going to check out. January 19th, Falling Leaves finally comes to movie, and it's going to be on sale, so you could do it. This is one of those films that should be in Oscar season that they thought it was going to be, but it hasn't gotten as much. I know it got international for Critic Choice, but it's a romantic comedy about people who don't want to be in love. So yeah, that's coming on January 9th. I heard it's one of the best films for last year. We talked about this, The Kitchen with Daniel Kaluuya. Oh, Daniel Kaluuya actually is not in the movie. He's directing it. I definitely want to check this out. He's his first directorial debut. Oof. Messed that word up. Terrible. The Origin of Evil, which I've been hearing about for a while, is coming to AMC Plus. It's described as a French Canadian Knives Out, which sounds really interesting. Sounds like a great double feature with Saltburn. So that's coming on ABC Plus. I think I have that now. I don't know. I gotta check it out. Dumb Money is coming out on January 21st. I recently just watched that movie. I just rented it. And yeah, I like Dumb Money a lot. It's a great film. It's not as great as Social Network, but it's great. It's a great film. But yeah, that's all the big releases that are streaming this coming week. And that's the end of what's coming out this week. Let's zoom in on my face, this gorgeous face. Let's switch this to Q&A time. So since this was a short vid, I'm going to do the Q&A for longer than I usually do. I'm going to do it for 30 minutes, as long as you guys are here. So I'm going to drop a poll here. I'm going to ask you guys a question real quick, and while you guys vote on that, I'll go through the comments. Sorry for the silence. I don't know why I had to focus so hard, but poll is up. Let's see what you guys have to say. Looking for the ISS. Oh, okay. I know I had 2 questions starred. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, so I have that starred. That was that. How did I get so far back up on the chat? Okay. I'm in the middle of Two Towers 4-hour edition. It's not exactly 4 hours, but I know what you mean. Gotta round up. That was the second book. Oh, I don't remember that. I read those books like 20 years ago. Serious acting, Sam Sandler is one of the top actors, but out there when he wants to be. Yeah, I agree. Between oh my god, what's the name of those movies? My brain doesn't work. Uncut Gems, and then he had the basketball movie last year or the year before that. It was the year before that. I'm forgetting what it's called. Really great movies. The Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Game of Thrones is one of my favorite series, and I watch them once a year. You like that medieval time? I'm not a big fan of like the medieval era. Like that's not my jam. So I'm not a huge fan of all that kind of stuff. But yeah. I'm happy that you love it. Channel beloved friend and channel member is Movie Time Minute, who I love him so much. He's also a big fan of those. He says he watches with his family every year as well. But he said he watches the theatrical cuts because the extended cuts are too much. Do you get excited about the Go to War show? Go to War show? What show is that? I'm not too sure what you're talking about. What Go to War show? I'll get back to that. Scott Adkins is an action legend. He definitely don't get enough credit for being dope. Facts. And there's a big giant spider in the third Lord of the Rings movie. Oh, you just made me not want to watch it. I hate spiders. Does it look like a spider though? Does it look like one of those spiders that they use for movies, or does it look like a realistic spider with all the eyes, right? And I'm really excited for ISS this weekend. Me too. The third Lord of the Rings movie, the extended edition is 4 hours and 30 minutes, and the theatrical version is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. I watched the first 2 movies extended edition. Do you guys recommend that I invest in the time to watch the 4-hour, 30-minute cut? Because if it's not, I don't want to spend 4.5 hours, maybe 5 hours, because I'm probably going to take breaks watching that, and it's not worth it. Like, I like these movies so far. I think the first one is great, fantastic. I'm not in love with it or anything like that, but it's great. The second one, extended edition, and I watched the first extended edition. Really don't think anything could have been cut out of that. I wasn't bored. The second one, my thoughts on that will be coming soon. But do I need to watch the third one for 4.5 hours? Let me know. I'm looking forward to ISS. Lovecraft Country, thank you. I'll watch anything Daniel Kaluuya's in. I agree. I'm waiting for the Marvels to go on streaming so I can give it a second chance. I appreciate you doing that, man. I will just rent the Marvels when it comes available. Yeah, so it should be available either I think on the 20th I said or the 21st. So this week. People are so ignorant with questioning of people blackness. Very, very ignorant about it. It's really annoying. The Pacers are trading. Whoa. I know this is a movie news chat, but it is a Q&A. You giving me basketball news? If you guys didn't know, basketball is my favorite sport. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, but it looks like the Pacers have the biggest chance. Very interesting because I feel like they're a team on the rise, but they do need something to get over the hump. So that's exciting. Mr. and Mrs. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, did you know the TV show version was coming out this year? Yeah, I've been seeing the advertisement with a Donald Glover and Maya. I forgot what her last name is. I like her from she's in this show on Hulu that I really love that they just ended. I typed in Mr. and the Maya Erskine. Yes. She's gonna be in it with him. She was in Pen 15, which spells out penis. She was in that and she was great. I love that show so much. If you haven't checked out, well, Pen 15 is not for everybody. The premise is weird as hell, but I love that show. It was so funny. Oh snap! Yeah, I want to check out Kaluuya's directional debut. Always interested in actors taking a shot at directing, especially black actors. Me too. We need more black actors or black people directing and taking chances on different kinds of stories. This is a sci-fi film. I'm down. Yeah, I saw Dumb Money. It was good. Yeah, Dumb Money was really good. Are you excited for the Marvel games that are coming out? So the Marvel games that are announced right now is Blade, which might be exclusive to the Xbox, which as you can see, my PlayStation 5 right here. I do not have an Xbox, so not really excited about that. Probably not gonna get to play it. Then there's a Captain America Black Panther game coming out. I was excited at first, but when I heard what kind of game it's gonna be, I don't know if I'm still excited. And the Wolverine, I'm not super excited about it yet. It feels like it's gonna be like Batman gameplay, and I'm not really a big fan of the Arkham series. Don't kill me. Can you pitch me a Daredevil Captain America MCU team up movie? Can you pitch me a Daredevil Captain America Steve Rogers MCU movie? That's hard. So I'm bringing what's his name? Chris Evans out of retirement to pair with Daredevil. That's interesting. I wonder why you picked those two. Okay, so I just want to look real quick because I haven't seen them interact that much, and I just found out that they're rivals. They do not like each other, so that is pretty funny. I would do with the fact that in the comics they are rivals and they don't get along, and I could see that. Both being very Christian oriented, but kind of different. Steve Rogers is more like button up, clean, and Matt Murdock is more. I'm gonna have sex with people, even though I still believe in God. Which is nothing wrong with that, but just the differences between them. I would like a street level Civil War film where things are so hectic that Steve Rogers feels like he has to come out of retirement to put things in place and help Sam Wilson out of trouble. And the street level heroes that like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and maybe even Yeah, those guys, the defenders, are on his side, and then people like Spider-Man, Hawkeye, both of them, and Maya Lopez, Echo, are like in between, and then there's Cap, who's also going to be with obviously Sam Wilson, Cap, and then you'll have Winter Soldier probably with Bucky, and then you'll have a bunch of the other heroes in the mix in between, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. And it's kind of like a Civil War movie, but a street level one. Grimy, dirty, fighting in the sewers, fighting in clubs. I want to be lit like the Batman film. I want them to start putting like mob boss people in there that in the Marvel comics that you could bring up, and you could get really into the nitty gritty of New York City and Hell Kitchen and stuff like that. And it's just them trying to figure out. I'm not too sure what the thing would be that they'll fighting over that'll bring Captain America out of thing. It could be a mutant. I'm thinking that maybe the mutant, the Inhuman that can predict the future. I'm spitballing here. The human that can predict your future. I think his name is Ezekiel. I think that maybe they're trying to decide what to do with him because some of the street level heroes want to use him to predict when someone's going to do a crime and bust them before. And then other street level heroes are like, that's not fair because they might not do it. I think that would be a dope thing. Get a mutant because they're not going to do Inhumans. So get a mutant that can predict take the Inhuman already. Since you're not doing, you're taking the humans anyway and making the mutants like they did with Miss Marvel. Take him, make him a mutant. Say he lives in New York City. He can predict the future. And now, well, I'm just really spitballing this concept. This is a baseline concept, and now they're fighting over what to do with him. And it's a problem of like, yeah, you're trying to take away people's choice, but you're also taking away this guy's choice. So there's like a deeper level to the film there. That's my pitch. If Marvel watches me, which I doubt they do it. But don't do it with Steve Rogers. Do it with Sam Wilson. Lord of the Rings is better than Game of Thrones. Okay. I just started watching Lord of the Rings. I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I cannot comment on that. Starting any new channel series soon. Oh man, Kenny, you're always pitching me to do this. No, I'll say no. I won't be doing that because I just started with the throwback series and I have a lot of movies to do. And I'm going to be doing Attacking Zach, which I haven't even got episode 2 out yet. And I have episode 3 to do as well. I have questions for episode 2 and 3. So nothing new. There's things I want to do that are like one-off evergreen, but I just got to make the time. But we'll see. I gotta try to make the time. But no new channel series right now. I want to get back into watch-alongs. I want to get back into doing throwback reviews every week. And I want to do Attacking Zach at least maybe twice a month. And maybe do a watch-along twice a month. That's kind of like my plan right now. And then once I get that schedule under wraps and can do it well, I'll do that. I'm looking forward to Mr. and Mrs. TV series. Donald Glover doesn't miss. I agree. Atlanta is one of my favorite shows of all time. And I think him and Maya look like they have really great chemistry. God of War series. Yeah, man. I'm excited for that as well. Now, don't tell me about the spider. Oh, sorry. It's going to take me 3 weeks to finish Return of the King. It's 4 hours and 30 minutes. I know. Oh, my God. And I still have I'm not watching the extended versions of The Hobbit. I'm not doing it. The Iron Claw is coming out tomorrow in Australia. Should I watch it or not? Definitely watch Iron Claw. There are some really cool scenes that were cut from the movie, and some of the scenes in the third book are in the movie too. Definitely recommend the extended edition. I think it's way better than the theatrical cut, but it's just me. Okay. I guess because I watched the extended edition of the first 2, I might just finish it off. But I wish I could do a watch along and have you guys here with me for 4.5 hours. I'm really excited for Wolverine game because it's supposed to be M-rated. It definitely should be M-rated. As a YouTuber, have you ever thought of a movie idea or story as a creator? Oh, before I was even a YouTuber, I thought of that. I've been thinking about movie ideas and different type of movies I want to do for years. For years. Sometimes I see a movie and I'm like, if you do this and take that and add this, you could make this kind of movie. So I think about movie ideas. I still do that all the time. One of my favorite pastimes. I really want an Injustice style fighting game with the MCU. Not that type of storyline, but that type of gameplay. Yeah. And they had a great opportunity to do that with the Avengers game, and they made freaking Avengers Fortnite instead of making a fighting game with all the Avengers and adding players, or making an actual story-based game. That would have been all awesome. Like a MCU-based fighting game would have been awesome. Especially after Infinity War and Endgame, there's so many characters now. You have the villains, you have the heroes. It would have been awesome. How about Matt Murdock actually gets a hidden Hydra agent off a crime, and him and Steve have to team up to stop his Hydra antics? I like that. I like that. I like that. Or you can even do, and this is controversial, but I love this idea now that you said that. You can even do where Steve Rogers gets brainwashed and thinks he's part of Hydra this whole time, like they did in the comics, because that was amazing. And he says, "Hail Hydra." Great way to bring Hydra back into the MCU, even though we don't need more teams and stuff like that. We have so many already, but great way to bring Hydra back in the MCU. Great way to bring Steve Rogers in to do something different with his character, so he's not just doing the same thing. And also, him and Sam can still share a spotlight and maybe even become rivals. That's a great storyline. And yeah, that would be great. You could mix it in. You could do my story where the Hydra agents want to get Ezekiel. And this sound like an amazing layered movie, Clay. We're cooking. The Hydra agents will get Ezekiel the mutant to predict the future, so they can do certain things, and they get Captain America to be on their team, so he's part of Hydra. That sounds like a 10 out of 10 billion-dollar film. How do you feel about the announcement of Ahsoka season 2? That was supposed to be happening. I'm really kind of happy because they left it on a cliffhanger season 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I don't review TV shows, I am not watching Ahsoka season 2. That might change. The trailer might come out and I'm like, oh my God. Or somebody might say, oh, you got to watch this so you can understand the Mandalorian movie, because I'm definitely watching that. But I'm not watching Ahsoka season 2 other than those 2 conditions. Oh yeah, didn't I did a poll, right? Okay, 5 votes. And it was 100%. Let me end the poll. You guys want me to start talking about rumors? Okay. I'll start doing that. I'm going to get up a graphic and everything. I picked those 2 because Spider-Man and Daredevil and Spider-Man and Punisher have been done a lot. Yeah, they definitely have. Spider-Man Team What With Anybody has been done a lot. What is an MCU show on Disney Plus that you would like Marvel to do? Ooh, I would like them to bring back the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a reoccurring show where they take on different obstacles in the MCU that the heroes can't pay attention to. I would love that. Kind of like an X-Files show. So you can put Darcy and Jimmy from there, add them to the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., bring back all the original members that were left, and do like an X-Files show where the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., under the directive of Nick Fury, go on different missions, and you can add weird comic book characters that you were never going to do in the movies, and have them solve those mysteries and problems and stuff like that. Don't make it so big like how they did it in the show. I still love that show so much that it can affect the whole MCU, but do little side things. Or even if you have a side character in a movie, have them come in and stuff like that. I would love an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. show that's reoccurring, gets multiple seasons, highly produced. Maybe make it like 8 to 10 episodes. Doesn't have the $15 million an episode, but make it look good. Yeah, I would love Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. to come back with the original actors, add some of these new MCU actors that are not doing nothing, that are kind of floating, some of these side characters, and do like an X-Files show. That would be dope. Baker Reviews, what's up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. I don't know, this is not the first time you've been here, but you haven't been here much, and I appreciate you being here, man. You're awesome, and I love that you're still doing reviews, even though you're not doing as much. I know you do your podcast. But awesome that you're here, man. Thank you for being here. Check out Baker Reviews. He's hilarious. I'm somebody who's been off the MCU for 5+ years. Well, okay, so that's all of Phase 4 and 5. I keep forgetting that was so long. So I'm curious to hear how important you think Deadpool 3 is for the future. I wouldn't go as far as say make or break, but it disappoints. I don't think any movie is that important. To be honest, one, I don't think Deadpool is going to fail. I think it's going to succeed even if it doesn't want to. Just because it's Ryan Reynolds, and even his movies that I don't like do well. And to bring it back Hugh Jackman, it's going to be another No Way Home situation where, like, I think No Way Home's script is not great, and that movie made $1 billion, one of the highest grossing movies of all time. And they have that kind of situation with him, where that Deadpool fan base is coming. Now you're gonna have a hungry MCU fan base that has not seen an MCU movie in months, because that movie's coming out in July. It's going to take forever. People are going to be chomping at the bit. And then by the time the trailers start coming out and we see who else is added, it's going to add a lot of excitement to the film. So it's not make or break. I think what's make or break for the MCU is Avengers 4 and 5 don't hit. That is make or break. If those two films flop creatively, because they're going to do well because they're Avengers films, but well, the first one might do well, the second one might not. If the first one's not good, if they flop creatively, then the MCU has a problem. But individual solo films, people are like, oh well, that's just Ant-Man. I'll go on to the next character, like Guardians. Like if you look at from Phase 4, No Way Home did good. Multiverse of Madness did good. What other movies we had? I always forget. Volume 3 did good. Black Panther did good. Phase 4 and 5 Marvel. Let's take a list. Let's look at the list. Phase 4 and 5. Oh, don't give me. I don't want the shows. Marvel movies. Wait, I didn't say Phase 5 and 6. I don't. That's too far ahead. 4 and 5 movies. I did not say Phase 3. I said why every time I put 4 they change it to something else. Okay. So Black Widow did do well. Shang-Chi did really well. Eternals did do well. No Way Home did. Multiverse Madness did. Black Panther did. Love and Thunder did, despite people not liking that film. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did. This must be an old-ass list. Because they don't even have... Where's Ant-Man Quantumania? Unless that's towards the bottom. Oh, yeah, this is an old-ass list. They're talking about these things releasing in chronological order. They're not even talking about the actual films that came out. Okay. Yeah, so most of the films have done well box office-wise. It just was Ant-Man and the Marvels and Eternals. So it's 3 films out of all these films. And most of the shows have done well. So it's not a thing of like they're in a make-or-break situation. I think that if Avengers flops, then that's the problem. I love it. Great pitch. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I was just spitballing. What video game do you plan to play next? My next video game I plan to play is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Whenever I get a chance to play video games. I think I'm going to take a week off, like from work and YouTube, just to do things I enjoy. Catch up on shows. I have so many shows to watch. Catch up on shows, catch up on video games, and then come back strong. I would definitely do a watch along and Return of the King if you want. That would be interesting. Yo, that Hail Hydra Cat run was so controversial. People were so mad. They were really, really mad. But it was really, really cool. Maybe you guys should pitch the idea to the high ups at Marvel. I wish I could. Hey, Luke Ponto, what's up, man? Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. My guy, thank you for dropping by. This pitch thing solidifies my desire to make that series I was telling you about. Hey, man, look, I know I want to do that acting thing with you, and I would love to do a pitch thing with you. I'm really good at building on other people's ideas and kind of creating skeletons. So I would love that. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. was so good the first few seasons. Oh my god, I love Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think the only season I haven't watched is the last one, but I love all the seasons. I think 4 and 5 was the peak of the show. 6 is when it fell off, or is it 3 and 4? I think it's 4 and 5 was the peak of the show. I think 6 is where it kind of fell off, and I haven't watched 7 yet. I just started Cobra Kai and Wednesday. Nice, love both of those series. Cobra Kai is so silly, but it's so good, and Wednesday's the same. I'm really enjoying both of them, and I've heard they're going to be doing an X-Files reboot, but I do not want that unless they bring back the original cast. Well, they did a reboot or remake or reback with them a couple years ago when they brought back the original cast. Guys, you guys can't hold on to the original cast members of stuff too hard. They're getting older now. They can't be doing these same things over and over and over. It's okay if they do a reboot for a new generation. And the guy who directed Black Panther is supposed to be directing a reboot of X-Files. Ryan Coogler? We'll see. I think I heard about that. Yeah, especially if Taylor Swift is Deadpool 3 because That's what I'm keep hearing. Yeah, if she's in that, the Swifties are gonna power that to 1 billion. Thanks, brother. Love your stuff, and I definitely need to take a page out of your book when it comes to consistency. Respect. No problem, man. Keep making great content. That sounds like a good plan. Hope you enjoy that. Thank you. Okay. Oh yeah, can't wait to do acting with you. And General Pitch Hero. Ha, that sounds dope. I think you kind of talked about that a little bit. A couple in our group chat, you talked about that. I think I have questions starred here. Did I get to it? Oh yeah, here we go. Kenny said, are there any specific genre or types of movies that you enjoy reviewing the most? I like reviewing horror movies the most because horror movies just seem to gain traction in terms of reviews, so it's more exciting to get feedback on those. And I like doing horror movies, and I like doing dramas because they usually have some emotional depth that you can attach to and break down and stuff like that. Instead of just like, this is good or this is great or the cinematography or la la la. Like you can really talk about the themes and things like that. So I think horror and drama are my favorites to do. Action is like, oh, the action wasn't good. There's not really much you can say unless it's like a John Wick, which is the top of the line, or a Mission Impossible. But even those, not much you can say because not much depth to those stories. Bros, Swifties have taken over the NFL. I didn't even know that was possible. Sir, the Swifties can do anything they please. They're the new beehive. They can take over anything that they please. Did I do a new poll? No, I didn't do a new poll. Didn't do a new poll. One last poll before I go. One last poll before I go. And while I do that, I want to shout out my channel members. Just had to edit this because I got some new ones. Someone canceled. That's totally fine. Oh, wait. I uploaded the thing and then it canceled. Okay, here we go. Here's one. I think I tried to upload both of them at the same time. So shout out to channel members on the producer tier. Have you seen with T? Oh, hold on. Let me move this Q&A thing. Yeah, let's try. You can take that off. Have you seen with T? Spoiler Kings, Movie Time Minute, Zeke, Basic Moves, Mayan, Delon Movies, On My Mind, Ted's Made This, Screens End Reviews, and Collective Movie Man. And on the screenwriter tier, Kenny Sparks and Dark Movies. Thank you guys for joining the. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't take this off. Thank you guys for joining this. I don't know if you guys noticed, I updated the tier list and what you can get. You can expect to get member onlys watch along soon. I definitely want to do that. That's going to be exciting. Watch alongs and other live streams. We voted what the next one's going to be. It's probably going to be a game night Q&A. That's going to be really excited. I thought no one was going to join up to the new channel members. The fact that you guys joined it up the same week that I announced it, appreciate you guys so much. I really, really appreciate that. Just want to shout those guys like that every video. Let's see. Oh yeah, can't we do act with you, bro? Ending just in time for me to watch Percy Jackson. Nice, perfect timing. If you guys don't have any more questions, we can end a little early. I know I said half an hour, but it doesn't have to be exact. I appreciate every single one of you that came out to the live stream today. This was really, really fun. Love you all. Like I said, channel members, just standard Zack Attack Nation members. Love all you too. Love you almost as much. And I appreciate all your support. Be on the lookout for my ISS review. Be on the lookout for my Lord of the Rings 2 Towers review. And be on the lookout for Attacking Zack episode 2, episode 3, and more live streams, trailer reactions, everything that's going to be coming soon. And hopefully I can do some collaboration soon. And I also have something coming up with Jason Entertainment soon. So I'm really excited about that. And I appreciate you, Kenny Sparks. Make sure you sub to Kenny Sparks. He's almost 1,000 subscribers. Guys, rising fast through the YouTube ranks. But yeah, this was really fun. And hopefully there's some more exciting movie news. I'm definitely going to add some rumor stuff, a rumor section. I might do rapid fire news and add that in there, or have its own thing. So yeah, Collective Movie Man, thank you for that. We'll talk. Hold up. Where's my okay? Peace out, lovely people.